Hey, Keep It Crazy family. Today we are talking about Lacey's announcement that she's pregnant.
And how we really feel about it.
Home is in your arms. Home is in our hearts. Home is wherever you are with me. With you I'm home. Crazy little. With you I'm home. Crazy little. With you I'm home.
We wanted to take a second here today and just talk about a video that we recently put up with Lacey being pregnant and really tell you how we really feel about it, and also address a lot of the comments. There were so many comments, most of them positive. Thank you guys so much for all your positivity and your love. There was, however, some negativity and some just questions of people just really want to try to understand this.
Some people were really just confused.
Yeah, confused. That's a good way to say it. And so we don't feel that we need to get on here and necessarily like defend ourselves, because that's not what this is.
No.
We really just want to answer your questions. So let's start with number one.
Why are you celebrating a teenage pregnancy?
What? Some of these just really kind of caught me off guard, because yes, Lacey is a teenager. She turns 19 here in a few days. But we feel so differently than probably a lot of people do. So I got pregnant when I was 16 years old, and I was crazy excited about it. And I know that sounds nuts, but I really was. I really was excited, and I wanted everyone else to be excited for me. That was not the case. Instead, I got, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Or, are you gonna be giving the baby up?
You had a few people that were trying to convince
me that I need to give the baby up.
like-
And that's not how I felt. I was crazy excited.
Yeah. And it wasn't an accident.
And
so.
no, it wasn't. And it was totally, it just took kind of the, I don't know, the excitement, or I just wanted to be celebrated, and I wanted this baby to be celebrated. And it just kind of took the joy from it at first. You know, everybody was so sad. They would like come pick me up in a car and take me on car rides and say how I've ruined my life and how can I afford this baby and what am I gonna do? Yeah. So I always told myself that if I ever had any of my kids get pregnant, I'm gonna celebrate. It's a baby.
Right,
Of course,
seriously.
it deserves celebrating. So, and you can tell that the way that Lacey told us, she was excited
She's
about
excited
it.
about this.
Otherwise, she would have came to us and been like, what am I gonna do? That's not how she feels.
No.
She obviously is very excited, and we are excited for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Eli and Lacey just met. It just seems so sad.
So they did not just meet.
Yeah.
So Lacey and Eli actually knew each other in middle school.
They've known each other a very long time.
Yeah, this is not new for them. It is new to be in a relationship for them because they've been friends for so long, but they definitely didn't just meet.
Right.
Is Lacey even responsible enough to take care of a baby?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, keep in mind the background that she's had. So we took her in when she was 9, and she was one of our first placements. So after she was placed with us, we received over 60 foster kids after that.
Lots of
Probably
babies.
like 20 or 30 of them were babies.
Yes, we had a lot of babies.
So she has a lot of experience dealing with babies.
And she's always been the type to just be right next to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she helped and helped and helped. So we were talking to her last night about it, and she said, I'm not even nervous. She said, I've been doing this for years.
Seriously.
And it's true, she has been. So not only that, but she is just so good with everyone and kids. If you look back at all of our old videos and we would do like, who's your favorite sibling? Everyone always said Lacey.
Seriously, that's
Yeah.
so true.
So she's definitely responsible enough. She definitely, I feel, has no problem. She knows what she's doing. We're just really proud of her.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready. Babies are expensive. There is no way she can provide for one.
So she can.
Yes.
Lacey has always been so great with money. She's a saver. This whole time that she's been out on her own, she's never once asked us for money.
Sure.
She pays all of her own bills, and we are
And
just,
Eli works too.
And Eli works too. So we are not worried about it at all. And
Yes, babies are expensive. I would agree with
I
that
think
part.
daycare is really expensive.
Yeah, daycare is really expensive.
But
That's true.
with this many siblings,
I don't think that's going to be an issue.
that's not going to be an issue.
At all.
I didn't even know Lacey was in a relationship.
Okay, that requires a little bit of background here. So, based on history with the channel and whatnot, in particular with Lacey's past relationships, we have asked all of our kids to keep relationships pretty confidential.
Private.
Yeah, very private. Now, Lacey had been with him long enough and it was getting serious enough where she actually introduced him a little while ago.
On her channel.
Yeah, on her channel. So that's why you typically don't see our kids in relationships, because we are keeping that private.
Yeah. We feel bad because her last relationship, when she got out of it, there were so many opinions. And then when she started dating someone else, then they compared the two.
True.
And so we were like, okay, so we learned from that relationships on camera needs to just stay private until it is really serious, which is exactly what she did.
Where was Cynthia?
So many comments about
my
where
gosh.
was Cynthia. And I am so sorry. Sometimes we just get like wrapped up in our day and then we don't realize that we didn't explain it to you where someone is. And Cynthia is always such a big part of our videos. But that day we have decided to let her go and hang out with her biological dad and Destiny and Dylan, and they went to Laughlin and just had this amazing vacation. In fact, she should be back in a couple of days, and we're so excited to hear about her travels and everything that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cynthia was just out of town. I guess you don't believe in Jesus. Yes. Wait, what? Okay, so we saw this comment over and over.
Yeah, more than once.
About religion, or I guess she doesn't believe in Jesus, and I thought you guys were a good LDS family, and okay. So we never ever talk religion on our channel. We just strongly believe that religion is a personal choice.
Yes.
We have never ever forced our kids to be Mormon or, anything like that. That's just not what this is.
It's a very individual thing.
It is. And she has such a strong belief in God and Jesus. Her getting pregnant
really
does not
has
mean
nothing to do with that.
she doesn't believe in Jesus. Are Eli and Lacey serious?
I would say much more than you guys know.
Yes, there is something that we didn't want to share because we felt it was a big secret, and so we were trying to keep a secret from Lacey, but we recently found out and have permission to tell you some big news. I'm really excited.
And this was prior to them even
Yes.
knowing anything.
Yeah, they did not know they were pregnant when Eli came to us and asked for her hand in marriage.
Yes.
So that was like weeks before.
Yeah.
We've just been keeping it a secret because we didn't think Lacey knew, and so we didn't want to tell Lacey and then have
Yeah.
his proposal ruined.
Yeah,
So,
definitely didn't
yeah,
want that.
but we recently found out that she knows about it, so they were already planning on getting married.
Yeah. Well, he received our blessing.
Yes, he
So,
did. Yeah. At first I said, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Lacey can be a little hard to handle." I was totally joking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know." So yes, they will be getting married. He has not proposed yet, and we cannot wait to see that.
So yes, the relationship is serious. Is Kylie pregnant also? She was extra emotional.
She was really
She was
emotional.
crazy emotional.
I think from the second she walked in the door, she saw me on Mother's Day and just started bawling. She's like, "I just love you so much."
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I love that. I love that about her. She, if you know Kylie, she loves so deep. Like if
Yes.
she loves you, she just to the core loves you. Like so strong. And so she feels like Lacey and Lizzie were her first sisters because she really grew up as an only child.
She did.
And so when anything with them, she just feels extra emotional about it. She is not pregnant. She does not
Nope.
plan on having kids. A lot of the comments were like, oh, maybe she wants to have kids and she can't, and so this makes her so sad. Nope, she can have kids. She just has chosen not to. And so we respect that decision. That's, her life. But she really kept looking at the comments and just laughing whenever she would see
Oh, there's
that.
so many
There were
comments.
so many.
So many. Kylie must be the one that's pregnant. No.
She's just a little extra. So we love it.
Annavea's comment was cute, but they definitely need to teach her about where babies come from.
So age appropriately, we will teach her that for sure. But I thought it was really cute. She said something like,
Is the baby at your house?
the baby's your house, the kid at your house, I think is how she said it. in her world, that's how this works. We've been doing foster care, for so long that, when we say, oh, a new kid is coming or we're getting a new baby, it's because they show up at the front door.
True.
And so, yeah, that is real for her. So, for sure. But I think that as her belly grows.
Oh, this is going to be such a good learning experience for her. She's really going to be immersed in it because Lacey's here a lot. So, yeah,
and Lacey's taking sonogram pictures too, and
true.
so they'll get to see that and kind of understand it all the littles, that'll be good. So, anyway.
So they're going to learn through the whole process.
Yes. So that's the last question that we had. If you have any more questions, please put them down below and we will see if we can do another one of these and address those for sure. But for now, thank you so much for joining us today and we'll see you soon.
Bye.